go.
So we are going to discuss this evening about the FitYoga spine opener sequence, which we learned that is about what, Cassandra? What do we do in the spine opener after the attunement sequence? We are opening up the spine, so we're activating the spine. So there are four main movements which we need to do in yoga: forward bend and back bend, turns, left and right. This is the vertebrae, just to show. And then we have twists. And then the fourth one is elongation. So these are the four movements which is very important to have in every yoga class. And this is basically a warm-up for your spine, because we will do a 90-minute class, and it's important that the spine is warmed up for it, especially people with herniated disc, with limited range of motion. There's a lot of pain involved when they need to do these movements I explained. So that's why this first page, the attunement sequence and the spine opener sequence, can be used simply just as a yin yoga class as well. Just you need to hold long or therapeutic yoga class or spinal classes, because this allows us to practice with the spine. So we do spinal movements, and then we also want to show people how to integrate their bandhas. We learn about what are the bandhas: Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha. And if we engage them, that's what allows the spine to be safe while we are doing all these movements. Especially when it comes to Mula Bandha and the Uddiyana Bandha, these two are particularly important in our yoga practice. So let's start with the kneeling position. Cassandra, do you mind? And make sure that we have these very important alignment rules. So we need to make sure that the shoulder and the wrist are aligned. Okay? Then we need to also make sure that the knee and the hip are aligned. So many people do it this way or this way. No good. Remember 90 degrees. I always suggest, instead of flattening, we are pulling to engage the Pada Bandha, which is what? The feet lock. So that allows also to engage automatically the Mula Bandha and helping to engage them Uddiyana Bandha. So from this position, one more important thing: many people have the head like this. There is contraction here, which is not good. We have a lot of problems anyway with the neck. What do I want? I want this neck to be elongated and pulled out in a way that, like, there is a lengthening in your cervical vertebrae, and also engaging the core. We call it the core-like abdominal muscles, so that there is a nice straight alignment. And also one more thing which is very common, that people are dropping their shoulder blades in, and I want you to push yourself away. So what are the energy lines in this position? Number one is that way, pulling the energy towards that, and we are pushing the floor away. Our fingers are spread, so it's not closed, it's not like this, it's spread. The pointing finger is aligned. Can you come here and show? The pointing finger is aligned with the arm. So many people do this way. No good. It needs to be always, and spreading as much as you can. This is called Hasta Bandha, when we engage our arms, our palms. So now we start to do the cat and cow, which is the most basic yoga flow. Let's start with our cow position. Okay, let's do with the cat first. It's okay. Do the cat. So I teach the cat position with engaging the pulling, the pushing away. So we come up on our fingertips, because then you can push yourself even more away. You can see that how nice, beautiful, rounded position we have. The head is going all the way down, so the chin is moving down and a little bit going back like this, because see, now it's good. So you can see how nice you squeeze in, you are engaging here, and you can stay here in a yin yoga class for 2-3 minutes. But we want movement, so we first hold it here for 5 deep breaths, and then we move into our cow. So we transit, and we come up again on our fingertips when we finish, and you can see how beautiful back bending is here. It's really nice, and the head is moving all the way back and engaging nicely, squeezing your abs in, squeezing your butt, pushing your weight, opening the shoulders. Yes, do you see the difference? This small little change. And then I want again another 5 deep breaths. Make sure you are breathing through the nose. Ujjayi breaths, very deep through the nose. And then I want to do 10 cat and cow movements. So you come down with your fingers. So when you're transitioning, you're moving up and down. Yes, inhale. And exhale around your spine. Inhale. And you can come behind her and help and support like that. And round your spine. And you can squeeze in and head comes all the way down. And you can push a little bit forward. And again, coming inhale, open, open. And exhale, round. And you can do like that to put a bit more tension in your cat position. Okay, keep on going. Nice. And inhale. And exhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. And hold it. Beautiful. So if you come here, thank you so much, Cassandra. If you come here, I draw them in this nice drawing the positions so that we can explain a couple of things. So what did I say? What is important in cat position is that we need to engage the core, which means that we need to squeeze in our stomach. Our abdominals are engaged. I'm pushing myself away, so there is another very important energy line that I'm pushing. I'm coming up on my fingertips and pushing away, and slightly I'm also pulling my hips backwards to make sure that I have the most amount of forward bending. And my chin is moving all the way down. Okay, so that means basically upwards because it's upside down. And then there is the cow position. So what do I do in the cow position? I'm back bending. So again, I need to pushing the floor away so it moves up. Then my head is moving back, and then you are pulling your hips, tilting your hips forward, but you still have to do the same engagement, which many times you can see that people are loosened up here, so the belly comes out. That's not good. You still need to engage the Uddiyana Bandha and the Mula Bandha. Okay, and now if I'm already here, why not explaining the next pose, which is going to be the sunbird. So you can see here, we need to make sure one arm up, right arm up, and left leg up. This is a nice combining the two sides of the brain to find the balance and to also elongate the spine. Remember, back bend, forward bend, it's really important for warming up the spine. Here we are working on elongation, which is very important to keep distance from the discs, especially if someone has herniated disc or bulging disc, which means it's already started to create problems, difficulties. Then I just need to elongate and hold it. So what do I do? How do I elongate? There is one energy line which I'm pulling my arms towards the front, and there is another energy line which I'm pulling back. And these two opposite directions create elongation in your spine. What is very important, I do not lift up my head, so this is wrong. You need to make sure that the neck is aligned with your rest of the spine. So your drishti, we call it, your eyesight is looking down towards the yoga mat, you can see. And that's the most important. Here again, the same way as you could see here, engaging the Uddiyana Bandha and the Mula Bandha. Let's see how it looks in practice.